Hi, this is Cody here, and I'd like to show you how to install BC Racing BR series coilovers on the Corolla Hatchback. I think it's pretty doable, so yeah, let's get right into the install. Alright, this is what you get when you first get the package. This is for the front, these are for the back. That's for the front, that's for the back. This is what you get in the package when it first arrives. I got this from Fitment Industries. It's about $1,200. And what you're going to do first is you're going to jack up the car. You're going to get it on jack stands, and then you begin taking the tires. Once your wheels are loose, you're going to jack up the car. You jack it up on the pinch wheel. You'll be putting jack stands underneath. Make sure you chock your wheels. That's what I like to do. And then you put the jack stands underneath and get the wheels off, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take off your windshield wipers right here. You're going to take off your windshield wipers, and I usually get a screwdriver and just pry it underneath here. Comes off like that. Then you're going to pull your washer arms off, as I just did. It was a little bit hard, but I got them off. I just pulled pretty hard, and they came off. So next you're going to do this right here, these clips. I think there's 4 of them, and then you're going to pop that off. Then you're going to try to get out this weather guard. And then the top hat of the strut tower will be exposed. I like to get a screwdriver, and I will put this right here and kind of pop it up to get it to come out. It's just a clip. And there's a clip right here. I take this out, take off the weather guard. There's one on the other side as well. So then it's sealed in here, and you got to keep pulling it out like that. And you go all the way to the other side, and that's how you take off this weather guard. So it exposes these top mounts right here, and you'll be taking off these bolts, and I'll show you how to do that. Now I like to use this breaker bar. You're going to need a 22 millimeter, and you're going to break these bolts. They'll be on there pretty tight from the factory, but you got to get them to come off to do the coilovers. This is the tie rod. It's a 17 millimeter. 17 millimeter right here, and there's a 17 millimeter down there, and that's how you take it off with the 17 millimeter. These were 22. I think the tops are 14 on the top hat. Also, what you want to do is you want to get in here and see this right here. Hopefully you can see that. That's the brake line. I think it's a 14 millimeter. Yeah, 14 millimeter. And you're going to get that brake line, and you're going to disconnect it, because you have to disconnect it to take out the suspension. Now you're going to get up here and do this top hat. This should be a 14 millimeter right here, all of them. And you're going to get in there and twist them off. And then the suspension should come out. Now with all those bolts undone, the suspension should come right out. There you have it. Got the suspension out. This is the difference of those 2 different suspension components, the coilover and the stock suspension. These are the different tie rods. The silver one is stock. The black one is from BC Racing. Alright, time to put the new coil in, the new coilover. I'm just going to drop it in. Here we go. Now what I did, since I'm doing this by myself, is it's very heavy and hard to get it in there because there's 3 holes you got to line up. But I got the bolts on there right now, and what I did is I used the jack to help me hold it and get it up in there. Now coming to the rear of the car, you see I got the tire off. There's a bolt here and there's a bolt behind here. The bolt behind here for the strut, and there's 2 up top up there. And yeah, we're gonna take those off right now. Right here is the bolt that we're gonna be undoing. It's right here. It's 22 millimeter. You're gonna need a deep socket because there's like an end sticking out of it. So you're gonna need a deep socket to do it. It's 22 millimeter, and you're gonna need a deep socket. Now you're gonna get these 2 bolts right here and right there. They are 17 millimeter. And you're gonna pull those out, and that should release the strut after you did that part right there on the bottom. Next we're working on the coil, and I'll show you how to get it. This bolt's 14 millimeter. You're gonna take this one off and drop out the coil, okay? Now I used the jack here to hold this bottom bracket down here, to hold that, and so that it wouldn't just drop down and it would have some support. This is the old coil, and this is the new one with and that's the size difference. Okay, I ran into a little trouble getting this out. See, this won't slide out because of this. It's hard to see, but there's this tie rod right here that I got the ratchet on. So I got the ratchet on there, and you got to disconnect that right there, and then you got to pull it down and get it out. It's a connecting rod, and you have to pull it down to get it out. And so I ran into a little trouble getting it out, but I think if you pull that down and get it out, it should. Alright, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need, first off, the way I got this out, the strut, is a little bit more tricky than you would think. There's this rod down there. Let's see if I get it on camera. There's a rod right there. There's a rod right there, and you just basically, it's like a connecting rod, and you just, you take it out and you push it down. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to Harbor Freight and get one of these. They're called go through socket set, and you're going to need this to take off this part right here, because you put the socket the socket through here and the Allen key through here. That's the only way to get it off. So a little bit more tricky. I had to make a run to Harbor Freight. I had to make a run to Harbor Freight before I got the right tools. And see, it goes like that. Then you put the socket through. Then you put the Allen wrench through. I got these Allen wrenches because you can still turn it instead of the other one that's like this. See, it's harder to turn it. But so I got these. And then yeah, you get your ratchet. And then you get your ratchet. It looks like this. See, there's a hole in there. And you put it on here. Put it like this. Then you put your Allen key through there. And then you start spinning it off. Now once your bolt is off, you then can take this off. And you're going to notice that there's something inside there. You're going to need to get that out. You're going to have to take this off. It should just pop right off. Now that you got that off, what you're going to do is you're going to use your strut here to get it out. You're going to put it right here. You're going to put it like that on the strut, and you're going to use this to push out the bump stock. Just like that, you see, and it's going to come out. Now the reason you do that is you're going to be reusing this. You're going to put it over like that. Put it back into here. And put it back into here. Should just pop right on. And you're going to reuse this. Now your strut should look like this. You got the BC Racing right there, and you got your dust cover on there. Now you're going to put this bolt on, and it's the same setup. So you're going to need that wrench I showed you from Harbor Freight, and you put it in here, and you spin this on, and there's an Allen key you spin on there. I'm about to do that right now. Alright, now that the strut is in, we're going to put in the spring. We're going to put in the spring, and then you just got to bolt it on up. And you got to bolt this on too. Where is it? Right down here. Right down here, you gotta bolt this on. And that was the thing that stopped the strut from coming out. Hey, this is Cody, and that's how you do BC Racing coil over suspension. I ran into a little bit of problems. On the strut bracket, I stripped a bolt, so I had to go to Toyota and get another bolt. They had the part for me the next day, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But I still think it's doable if you're willing to have a garage to work in, and you have the skills to do so and the desire to do so. I think it's doable to do a coil over setup, such as I showed you how to do. But I did run into some trouble, and but I got it done with about 1 or 2 days. And like I said, I had to go to Toyota for a part, and I had to go to Harbor Freight for some tools. But honestly, it's you can do it, but it was a little bit harder than I expected. All right, thank you for watching.